Christian religion, Salisbury homeland, and a random family characteristic. You can choose different options for all these. There are 5 characteristics: size, dexterity, strength, constitution, and appeal. Size and con determine total hit points and unconscious value. Size and strength determine weapon and brawling damage. Dex keeps a character upright or horsed and is used for starting weapon skills and throwing. Con also affects healing rate. App covers starting social skills, attractiveness, distinctive traits, and seating at feast. Skills have base starting values, some determined by your characteristic scores. Most skills are straightforward, but here are a few unusual ones. Recognize is used for identifying people. Folklore for general and mythical knowledge. Battle for navigating battles successfully, and hunting for navigating Britain's dense forests. There are 13 paired traits, like chaste, lustful, or valorous, cowardly, where increasing one lowers the other. These define how a character naturally behaves. If a trait is 16 or higher, it's famous, meaning the character defaults to the behavior without rolling. Otherwise, in uncertain moments, a player can roll one trait of the pair. If it succeeds, that's the action taken. If it fails, the opposite trait is tested instead. Over time, traits can shift through gameplay. Passions show what your character cares about, like loyalty, lord, or love of family. They range from unsung 1 to 15, famous 16 to 19, and exalted 20 plus. You can invoke a passion for a bonus, but failure can cause melancholy, creating a -5 penalty. Or, in the case of madness, takes you right out of play. Famous passions are riskier, but exalted ones mostly help. In Pendragon, you roll a d20 and want to roll under your tested trait, passion, characteristic, or skill, like Price is Right rules. For contested rolls, the higher success wins, while the lower success is called a partial success. Sometimes you need to roll over a target number for challenges, like breaking down a door. Yeah! Rolling exactly your tested value is a critical strike. Rolling over your tested number is a failure. Rolling a 20 on a failed roll is a fumble. Bad news. If your tested number is greater than 20, the extra value becomes a bonus to your roll. This removes failure and fumble risk while boosting your critical chance. Glory measures a knight's fame for their deeds, directly granting permanent increase to their character. To be a knight is to pursue more glory. The more glory, the more recognition, and the greater the benefits to your character. This concludes the basics for a player on how to play Pendragon. The GM can guide the rest. Check out my linked series to find out why you should play Pendragon. All right, we're going in.
going in.
To deal with that, people can hear those now. I have to deal with that. Welcome in. We are adjusting some of our sound stuff, so might be interesting tonight. It looks like everything is good to go, though, so that's really positive. If you're experiencing anything weird, please let me know. Actually, I'm going to try something real quick. That might be a little less painful. I think I was double running through. So, yeah, okay. So that should be better. Just going to do a quick check-in with all things fantasy. Does it sound better? Okay. Less echo or pretty good now? Okay. All right, good. All right, yeah, I don't need my mic anymore. Turns out I just need this. So I'm going to deal with that now so it doesn't ever happen again. Till the next time. Okay. All right, so we're going to do some quick introductions, and then we're going to dive into the game. We do not have a Thomas. We have a Phantom Zach, who is coming in and out of the blurriness.
Yes.
I'll fix that for you, Zach.
Yeah, my obfuscate's messing up a little bit.
Yeah. We are adjusting to some new stuff here, so just bear with us. I know how to fix that, though. Why don't we start with Liam, since it would be weird to introduce Zach while he's in obfuscate right now. So,
hi everybody. I'm the opposite of Zach. I'm Liam, and I will be playing Sir Virgil of Durnford this evening. Baron Virgil of Devices, even, and acting Marshal of Salisbury, the legend. I'm very excited. I think we've got a short session today, but I'm still looking forward to getting into some trouble. So,
awesome. Mark.
Hello, I am Mark, aka the Cat's Meow, and today I will be playing Earl Florence of Devon, as well as Lord of the Axe and of Idmiston. Though actually, I'm probably more likely going to play his brother, Sir Rhodri of Idmiston.
Very true, very true. Okay, and we will go to Zach next.
All right. Well, hello. I'm Zach, and I'll be playing a new arrival onto the scene, a newly knighted young man, and Hugon of Newton Manor. Newton Manor's making a comeback. Hopefully, he doesn't die in the first session. So we'll see where we go. See how he develops.
Indeed, and you can see his fine mug there. We will get into who he is and what this is about, but as noted by the name of the episode, today will be the Heir of Newton Manor. We are in the year 508. We are moving towards another period of crossovers, and I am going to be gone next week. So with this really delayed episode, we're going to have a short little feast is what we're going to focus on for the day. Are there any questions, guys, before we dive into the feast?
How do I become king?
Just roll really well, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, I can do that.
That's all that's required.
You have a king
That'll
skill
have
on
a
your
sword
sheet. You
drawn.
just sort of roll it.
All right. And I'm just going to get these characters down here. And then we'll get some rolling. There is a figure here. I don't have a modern representation of said figure. But one of the things maybe Virgil wouldn't care. We'll find out. It could be interesting. Rhodri and Virgil, why don't you both throw me an intrigue test to begin the game?
I love intrigue tests. Also, Bob, just so you know, we are still on the winter phase.
Indeed. Yeah.
The winter phase page.
Yeah. I'm still moving stuff about, so you're all good.
No, all good. It's all groovy.
6.
All right, I might get obfuscate Zach again for a minute in this screen too, but I will fix that. There we go. All right, obfuscate Zach. We've removed your discipline, so you no longer have access to it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cane power. So
Shut down.
yeah, which he actually had in canon, weirdly enough.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, quote. I mean, canon police are gonna come, Mark. Be careful with those wild quotes. Yeah, we're having a fun night tonight. So first thing first, for the intrigue successes, you both catch rumor that Sir Every of Humble Creek has returned with his squire, the son of Jareth of Newton Manor. Not Jaren, Jareth. So Jareth was last seen getting killed at the Salisbury tournament. That was
correct.
yep.
Ages
So
ago
he was
now.
assassinated.
Yep.
Yeah, that definitely won't come up in conversation at any time here. Yeah,
Not
that's
at all.
fine.
It'll all be good.
Interesting.
Okay, so this will be a 3-round feast. What we know going into this year, the Summerland, or Somerset, as it's now being kind of formally titled, county, has been gifted back to Logris with some exchange. As a result of the gifting back, Cadwy once more remains the count, though the Winter Prince has taken up residence within the town. In addition to that, there's kind of a question mark on what will happen this year. Will there be war? London has been returned, so it's a matter of what's next. That's the big question at large. We're going to go ahead and make app rolls for y'all and dive into the game.
Fashion. Turn to the left.
Big wreck now, y'all.
Oh no!
Oh no, the
Silvio's like, listen. Everybody is wearing cracked eggs on their head this year. It's all the rage. I saw it happen. I have to say, my lord, you need to wear a cracked egg on your head.
The
longer it's been sitting there, the better.
She insists that you should wear your grandfather's attire from 20 years. It's coming in again. Yeah, it's coming in
back.
It's coming in. It's coming back. Yeah. Togas are gonna be so good, right? Though. All right. So I will give a -1 to my appearance on this.
All right.
Still a success, baby.
Okay.
That's an appealing night.
All
That's
right.
one appealing night.
So this is a little bit different. We're going to start before the feast with the ceremony. Actually, now that I think about it, there will be a knighting ceremony for those that are going to swear fealty.
Real quick, actually, just before that happens, should I roll advantage on my appearance roll since I'm acting martial? On my appeal?
Yeah, why not? Ooh, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll keep it fast. Keep it breezy. All right, it doesn't matter.
So you
Resume
are
with the knighting now.
near the
I have
souls.
arrived.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see, who do we got here? Okay, so before we do the seating, I'm also getting a lot of, probably because we're especially the new software and it's probably not coming through to everybody, but I'm getting a lot of clicky noise from something like mouse clicks. So as we start the session, there's the knighting ceremony, which we usually breeze over because it's like our squires or whatever. But in this case, we have, I think, Rhodri Squire, who was probably with him in London.
Probably. I let him get abandoned in the field. For
Yeah, he got abandoned. Like, and then he's like, "Is he ready for knighthood? Who knows? You know. You know what? Why don't you give me a battle test -10, a weapon test -10, and a horsemanship test -10.
Oh shit.
What's a success?
Okay.
It's
I'm
almost
praying
a
for the other
success.
ones. Uh-oh.
That was a success.
Okay. All right.
He needed one out of those, or he needed 2 out of those 3 to become knighted, Mark. So one of the downsides of Rhodri, you can figure out if you want to pull for this in any particular way, but your squire is not going to be knighted.
All right.
Yeah, it's deemed that he's not prepared. He'll just find quick death on a horse. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go to Zach real quick. Hugon, however, will be knighted this year, and you'll be knighted in the land in which you'll be operating, which is your home in Newton Manor. So your knighting ceremony will involve Earl Robert and the Marshal. Robert waits for you to say the words to him, with his mother as regent presiding beside him. It's a bit formal. So we can, we've done the knighting enough now. I don't think we need to say the words unless you really want to say the words.
No, there's probably more important stuff we could get to.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a courtesy roll just to see how he does with this?
If it goes badly, I already know why. So let me roll it. Oh, hey.
Don't make me destroy you.
He got it.
Okay, so that's good. You say the words as said. At the end, Robert looks over to the Marshal, since he's still not even a squire yet, to have the Marshal give the old punch in the face, give you the old slap in the face.
Okay.
Do you
want me to describe Hugon first? Because he's
yes, please do.
Yeah, so Hugon is quite large. I think he's size 17. He's a lumbering young man. Would be even taller still if he didn't have a slightly hunched posture. He has broad shoulders and a frame that shows great promise, but it's clear due to the nearly buckling belt he's wearing that he likes to eat and drink. His face might already be a little red from a little wine before the ceremony to ease some nerves. He has a shock of red hair that seems to always be a bit messy to get under control. Blue eyes, smiles a lot. He seems to even be smiling during the. Oh no! Oh, girl. Oh, okay, that's probably good. But yeah, Hugon is a big lad.
All right, awesome. Yeah. So as he says the words as said, Robert looks over to Virgil and gives a nod.
Virgil, I think, has been really liking this particular part of the the acting martial job. And because I tested cruel and merciful, though, I will actually half my strength roll when I roll it here. Here we go. All right, you don't even feel it. You don't even feel it.
Oh, what happened? What? What? So what does that even look like?
I think it's maybe you don't even flinch. Like maybe it's like the Yakuza thing where like it punches your face and yet you just stand completely still there.
Yeah, I think you you know when someone like just glances off it, like when you see a really tough guy do that the punch machine, but they like slip off the side of it. So they don't like it's almost like what it is. It's like it doesn't quite connect with the smack you were expecting.
Yeah, and he's kind of a sturdy guy. He has like 16 constitution, kind of built like a brick house. So perhaps he kind of like looks around Hugo and he like glances like, all right, next in line.
All right.
Be grateful your last blow. Be grateful your last blow was not a harsh one.
Hugon just he kind of smirks and nods and I appreciate the mercy.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I think
stuff. Where's he sitting now?
I think we did get you to roll right and you passed. Is that correct?
He did the appeal,
Correct.
Yeah. So we have everybody above the salt for the ceremony. We will start with Rhodri.
That will. Yeah. Also, if Hugon wants to sit with us, I think Virgil will actively like make room to allow him. Like, I think that was impressive enough that Virgil's like, "Come, new knight, come sit with me."
Sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, Hugon. I think immediately after the formalities of the knighting ceremony, he immediately grabs a tankard of whatever wine or ale or whatever we have here and finds a nice plate of food before sitting down.
Speaking of a nice plate of food, Bob.
Indeed. Let's go ahead and figure out what the feast is. And then we're going to go ahead and let Rhodri... Rhodri, are you doing feast cards or something this time?
Yes.
Okay, because I need
Rhodri
to quick...
Roast.
Okay. I'm going to...
Roast night.
Okay. I have to restart the API.
Uh-oh.
I have to quickly deal with this.
I have the same washing machine.
Yeah, I have to go deal with that. So that's what I was going to say, is we'll let Rhodri go ahead and pull some cards, which will be seen on screen. And I'm going to go just step away for about 2 minutes. Yeah.
I have taken
We can
control of
discuss
the
the options.
This is now a cat's meow stream.
Assuming direct control.
Assume direct control. All of your streams belong to me. With 4 sounds,
all right,
it's
host
2
card.
cards, right?
Not looking good for allowing us time to kill.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Yes.
Is it 3
no.
cards for 4,000?
Oh, yes, actually.
Oh yeah.
It is. I think 8,000 is 4 cards. So 3,000, 6,000,
Yeah, so
8,000.
4,000 should be.
I think.
Yeah, so 3 cards. Just out of curiosity.
Oh, 3 cards.
3 cards?
Yeah.
We'll get it eventually.
It goes
I'm really gonna play
1,000,
this
it doubles. So 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, we'll get it eventually. We've only been playing this game for like, what, a couple of years?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's fine.
Host calls for a
calls for a
toast. Courtesy, all players.
With a roast.
courtesy for all players. All right, so this is a courtesy roll off here.
Like to toast the roast personally.
Failure. Oh no, success.
Man,
Haha.
Cowabummer. Rhodri already showing me up.
This is where my parents died. Yeah. Well,
Hey, close.
So close.
all right.
Okay, so for those who succeeded, so sorry, no, this is how this works. This card's a bit of a confusing one. Whoever succeeded best gets the full success and the +2 geniality, which is the winning character. So you don't get 4 geniality, you get 2. And then the partial success, anyone else who succeeded but not as well as the lead gets 1 geniality. So that's 2 for Mark,
Yar.
1 for Zach, yeah?
Yep.
Yar.
All right.
Correct. And then I get 1 on top for being the salt.
You the soul because it's your turn. All right. Okay.
And I think
We-
in this case it's not particularly what Rhodri has to say, but the presence he has as someone who has been through hell for the past several years.
Yeah, right.
Very low and commanding.
Yeah, Rhodri made a name for himself in London, that's for sure. All right. So we move to Virgil for round 1.
Virgil turn to do Virgil things. I think I will also draw some feast cards here.
Okay.
No, dos, tres, cuatro. No host cards. Wow. Okay, chivalrous life. Matters of chivalry. Do you want to draw a new one since we don't have chivalry yet?
Let me read the card.
Conversation turns to matters of chivalry, and then you have to test one of the chivalrous traits.
Chivalrous.
No, I think we've used this card before. I think what we do is like, so there's these traits are starting to be seen as nice and fine, and knightly even. It's just not been formalized into a package yet, right?
Okay, right. Yeah, that works for me. I have valorous. I have valorous and generous. that's all I got. More drink, alcohol for everybody. That would be fun for Zach. I would like to get him smashed. How's the wine? Courtesy. I'll recognize I'm blind as a bat. How's my recognize? Recognize 6. Yeah, you know what? Let's do more drink.
Okay.
Let's get everybody smashed here. All players need to make an indulgence roll mandatory. Oh no, refer to table 2.2 in the Book of Feasts for the effects on an indulgence roll. Okay, yeah, so we're all making an indulgence roll. If you have famous
yes.
indulgence, I believe it just automatically succeeds.
I think you have to choose that card if you are.
Yeah, that's how it works. Is if you're famously indulgent, you
Oh,
must
I
choose
see.
that card. You know what else we've learned is there's certain traits that if you have it famous, you just have to lead with that action. So if you're lustful 16, you have to flirt your first round. If you're indulgent 16, you have to drink your first round. Like,
And if you're vengeful, you have to challenge someone to a duel. Oh no, wait, that's just
Zach
something
and I
he
are
does
getting
anyway.
crugged at this
We're
thing.
getting drunk. I'm sure sitting down with these very famous knights, Hugon was a bit nervous, but seems like we like to drink. And that's the best icebreaker at these kinds of feasts.
right? And that was more drink, right? So when
That was more drink. Yeah.
that doesn't make you super
no.
drunk, right?
No.
Well, a success
No, I
is-
believe it just
Just drunk.
It's just a regular test on there. Success is
So
just drunk.
it's-
+5 to flirting, orate, whoever that is. Reckless, indulgent, and valorous. -5 to everything else.
And that's what you guys are at right now.
Yeah.
I think that one's indulgent. Oh,
Success
oh no,
+5.
indulgent's already there.
Yeah.
Oh, lustful.
Lustful. Look, God forbid.
Where's the serving girls?
Yeah.
And that is a 0 for geniality, so a 1 for the round for Virgil. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, we move to Hugin for his first ever action. I was about to say card pull, but he might not card pull.
It's
Ooh.
table dancing time. No, we'll do a card pull for this first one.
All right, I believe you get 1, right? And you're not over 2,000.
I over 2,000 as the base.
All right, well then you get 2 cards. Welcome to a new era of Pendragon where people can start over 2,000.
Yeah, his daddy was it was a somebody, I guess. So
Power levels over 2,000.
Yeah, his daddy was a
gentlewoman.
tool. Who said
Yeah.
that?
Wait, what?
Who said that?
What'd you say about my daddy? Let's see. Ooh. Skipping a turn does not sound like fun to me.
Right?
So, let's go with the gentlewoman. Because Hugon is not the best at fashion. He is quite mediocre. He's better at spilling things and getting stains on his clothing than dressing well.
That's fair. All right. So, what do you got to do here at this point?
I can keep the card at the start of each round. I can keep the card or discard it. If you keep it, +2 geniality per round. You cannot draw cards while you keep this one. Discard this card if you are forced to change your clothing.
Okay. All right. So you get to keep the card, and is that worth 2? It's worth 2 this round.
2 this round,
yeah.
and then 2 next round if you keep it.
Yeah. So you're starting this round off with 4 because you got 1 in Virgil's action. So well done, sir.
Hugo
Actually,
here is having a wild night.
it's like, what does it mean to have a famous dad, famous and rich dad? Oh, okay, this is what it means. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming, rolling with 2,000 glory. No big deal.
Just sitting with the marshal first day knighted. You know how it is.
Yeah, standard operating practice. All right. We are in round 2, gentlemen. I will note that we do, in fact, have, because the thing is probably Thomas usually asks these questions, but Elaine is present.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no one currently from Cornwall. So Eliabel will
who's
not
this
be.
queen lady? Oh, yeah.
Eliabel
I was about
yeah.
to say.
Yeah, Eliabel, who I thought I removed, is in fact not here. Ufo and Jenna are here.
I think we're just a little buzzed, and we thought we saw somebody, but it weren't that person.
Hmm.
I think if we can take just a second, I think Virgil will kind of elbow Hugon after the gentlewoman interacts with him, and he'll go, I'm sure you're tired of hearing people say, "Oh, I knew your father. How are you settling in?"
Oh, well, I'm actually not tired of people talking about my father. He was a great man. But as far as settling in, so far, and he looks around the feast area, and this large plate of food that is now empty in front of him. it's pretty great being a knight. I hope it stays like this all the time.
There are good days and bad days. Wouldn't you agree, Sir Rhodri?
Yeah. Good days and the other one.
Enjoy it while you can, friends. The good days come and they flow freely like wine. But the blood flows too. I have no doubt that you'll make a fine knight of any caliber. I didn't know your father very well, but I know his family. We all do.
Well, I have heard a few things about the last interactions my father had here, and he raises an eyebrow. I'm not sure how much you personally, both of you, knew him, but as far as I'm aware, maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm overstepping, but he was murdered here. Is that right?
There is a world where Jareth would be sitting in the marshal position and not me. He was murdered, and as far as I know, his killer was never brought to justice. Something that will change if he ever returns.
Ah, I see. So, well, as he takes another long drink from one of too many tankards. So who was heading up the investigation here? At least I know. Last I heard, my uncle is off somewhere, but I'm sure, being that Jareth was a member of high standing here, a knight in the murder, in full, in a participation of an event here, a tournament of some sort, it'd be investigated by the best, correct?
You'd have to ask Edrich.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure he was the one who was up to it.
Of course it was Edrich. I haven't heard of any progress here, though. I know that he still is suspects, but, well, Edrich isn't around very often these days.
No, I believe my mother told me that he was the marshal until recently.
He's still the marshal. I'm sitting in his stead while he's away on an important mission sent by himself. You know, my nephew is named after your own.
They cut out for me for a second there for Liam's audio. Was that just me?
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, I
Don't
heard
lose
it
me.
okay.
Well, just the last sentence.
Okay. You know, my uncle, or no, my nephew is named for your uncle. Did you know this?
I must admit, I didn't. That is quite the honor.
He saved my brother's life once. A raid where he lost his arm. And he has carried that loyalty ever since. I did not have much personal attachment to Sir Jareth, but his name is spoken of fondly even today in Durnford Manor.
I'm glad to hear of it. I must admit, and I know that perhaps it is not what I should say, but my uncle has, well, perhaps he's dead. I am not sure. I haven't seen him a very long time. But he's also abandoned the family at one of the worst times you can. I know he did great things in the past, but let's say I hope your nephew brings the name back and we hear it more often.
How kind of you to say. Perhaps I can introduce you to him sometime soon. He's a good lad. He's a good lad.
All right. That's a good place to kind of pull away from. That was excellent, guys. Why don't we go ahead and move into round 2 with Mark?
All right then. Round 2. Let's draw another card, shall we? Let's do this.
I'm shocked.
1, 2, 3.
I am, after seeing Rhodri's last courtesy roll, I'm loving this.
A faux pas. You
Love
notice
to
a guess
see.
about
Love to
seat
see.
above their station. Merciful versus cruel. I don't think I'm going to do that because he does not care. A lady departs. Ladies will leave the feast. You may escort her to her chambers. Blah 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 blah. Courtesy roll. I think I'm going to do a lady in distress. You notice a lady
Oh,
trying
yes.
to avoid an amorous knight. Make a courtesy roll.
I love watching Rhodri jump to someone's defense under any circumstances.
Is it bad that I kind of want to fail this?
I kind of want you to fail it too.
You know we're gonna make this too? It's gonna be Lady Sarah. Because we need some more Newton drama.
Ooh.
And yeah.
Yes! It's a failure!
Yes.
All right. Ooh. I feel like this has got to be a knight we haven't dealt with yet, right? Or does anyone have someone they want to volunteer for tribute here? Like, do we want like this to be a Cato or a
that's kind of what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking Cato, but it would be extra funny if it's one of our former squires.
Yeah, who do we got? We got this guy. I feel like this guy was.
Well, yeah, Hill will work.
Fuel?
I think that one was one of mine.
Yeah, why not? That works.
The sacrifice.
Some twerp shoving over a man more than twice his age.
All right. Yeah, we'll say it's Sir Huel then. So the knight shoves you aside. You may challenge him to a duel. Do you challenge him to a duel?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Rhodri is sick of young knight shit who don't understand what it means to be a knight.
Yeah.
And he's going to put him in his place.
Damn kids and their
he's
rock
gonna
and
take
roll
the crown.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. These youngins don't understand what it was like.
Well done, sir. All right. So yeah, as customary with almost every time we knight somebody, there will be a duel to follow suit.
Oh yeah.
All right. That sounded louder. I'm gonna do a quick check-in. We don't normally do this, but as noted, we've been modifying some stuff, guys. So audio might be a little weird tonight live. I just want to check in with Mark and ask him to look at his Discord real quick. I sent you a list of what it's defaulting to. I just want you to tell me what from that list it should be in.
Hold on.
Yeah. Liam,
I can tell you, it's the right microphone. It's the USB
PNP
3
audio
USB
device.
PNP
Yeah.
audio device.
Weird that you're not coming in good then.
I don't
And
know what's
then-
going on then.
Liam, I'm assuming that
Yeah.
you're on Focusrite USB audio. Is that accurate for you, friend?
Yes, that is correct.
How's this? Oh, that's better for some reason.
That
What
is
did you
better.
change?
You sound much louder to me.
I changed it from default Microsoft 3 USB to Microsoft 3 USB. But it's not
Yes.
the default now.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ding-dong.
Don't worry about that.
What?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything is fixed now. Don't ask any questions.
Well, we can hear that too better now. So, okay, where did we leave off? Lady in distress.
Yes.
So the failure
it was
you
Sir
challenge
Hewell,
with. Yeah.
Lady Sarah.
Yeah, so that'll take place the following day. Mm-hmm. All right. So failure, you just get the one geniality.
How's Rhodri ending up even more of a kicking bag than Edward
Edward?
was? Like, yeah.
Well, to be fair, he and Edward have the same dad.
Yeah. That's true. I was just about to say so is Florence, but no.
No.
Man,
That's
what was
fair.
going on? What's going on in Humble Creek, man? Or not Humble Creek. Which one is yours again?
Idmiston.
Idmiston. What was going on in Idmiston like 20
I
years
don't
ago?
know.
Shit was
It's
nuts
fucking
over there.
wild. Fucking wild.
That's awesome. Okay, so we move to Virgil.
Oh, it's my turn, huh? I will also do cards again. I think Virgil is very much enjoying being Marshal, so he's just going to continue to be present. All right, that's 1, 2. That's a host card. All right, looks like host speaks at length. The host rises and drones on about the current political environment, but also he's 14. May I argue, Mr. Bob, for a bonus to my role on this, if only because I like that kid so much.
Yeah. The host rises, drones on about the current political environment. You know what you can do? I'm gonna go as far as, what is your loyalty lord right now, Liam? With Virgil.
18. Yes, it's 18.
I think, even if that is the case, I think this topic is especially boring. So if you want to kind of, like, because you care for him, you could impassion. If you want to all in, you know?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm so traumatized by all the attempts at rolling my honor when
madness.
was it an 18 or 19 and where I got into madness and lost a point in it.
Right.
I need to do it. I gotta.
There you
Oh,
go.
thank Christ. Up my spiritual rating. That's all right. Cool. And I don't get geniality for this because it's a trait roll, right?
What trait is it? Energetic? No, not for energetic.
Yeah,
just the ones where you can use them as
Makes
actions.
sense.
Yeah, temperate.
That is a success on energetic, and I guess I can just roll with that, or do I need to roll lazy as well?
No, we don't roll both. So,
Okay.
we're kind of moving away from that as we
Wunderbar.
move to the new model. So, let's see. That is, listen carefully.
I'll listen
Roll
carefully.
intrigue.
Need to roll intrigue.
You do still
And
get your plus.
impassioned.
Yep.
Yeah. And this one I do get my geniality for.
Yep. All right.
6. Virgil, you're killing me here, buddy. That was with a +6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that still nets you 1 geniality, and then you get a +5 to intrigue for the rest of the feast, right?
Amazing.
Which will be 1 round, but it's still a good +5.
I know what I'll do with that.
All right. With that, we can go to Hugin for his round 3 action.
All right. I think he's not going to draw cards because he has that card where he'll get geniality if he doesn't. So, question about feasts. Is it too prim and proper to like sing songs like
No.
or
Nope.
start songs?
Nope, not at all. It's used all the time in Nanteleod's Legacy. All the time. We have a music guy and we got a singing guy over there, so you can absolutely do that.
Okay, because Hugin, he's feeling it. I think, what were the pluses and minuses from our little drinking debacle?
Oh god, they are over here.
Lust, flirting, orate, lustful, reckless, indulgent, valorous. -5 to everything else. Which I actually should have given myself -5. I would have still passed on both my rolls, but
Okay, so orate is singing in this?
singing is singing.
Singing is singing.
Singing is singing. Okay, so I would get -5 to singing, which kind of makes sense when you're drunk.
You are a karaoke star up there. You think you have an expert voice right now. Yeah. You can add your geniality to this though. It is a feast action to sing and make merry.
We'll do that on the 3rd round maybe, because Hugon is gonna I think grab as many drinks as he can and head over to below the salt to a lot of the perhaps the other new knights or whoever because there's a lot of people knighted tonight, or maybe there's squires or whatever, but he's gonna rabble with the what would you call the people not sitting up in the prim and proper area? Not the peasants, but the slime, the riffraff.
Yeah.
The dogs.
The common knights. Yeah.
The common knights. Yeah, he's Hugon's a big partier. So he's gonna take a breather from being very courteous to the high-ranking officials, and if he could pull on his hospitality passion or attempt to.
Let's see it. Yeah. I'm supportive.
All right.
Attaboy.
But what would this be if he's maybe this is as far as the skill goes. Also, what are we getting penalties to? +5 to indulgent, yeah. Let's go with courtesy, I think. I feel like that's the closest thing I can get to trying to get other people to enjoy themselves.
Okay.
So it'd be a -5 +5, so 0.
-5 +5.
All right.
You have a 0. Hey, look at that. Let's get under these not super high scores.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it when the plan comes together.
Where's the card? Sorry, so this was the courtesy action. Remind me what you were doing?
Basically going, taking a bunch of drinks to knights, perhaps below the salt, and just making new friends. He doesn't know many people here. I'm not sure exactly where Sir Every led him
Okay.
around as a squire, so he's big into eating, drinking, and partying.
Noted. Totally allow it this time because I don't feel like rerolling. In the future, that type of action is a temperate action. Looking after your fellow peoples and kind of ignoring your own indulgence. But I guess you're just more making nice. It's not like you're staying away from it, right? You want to party with them.
He's drinking too. No, he's definitely drinking too.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, courtesy works just fine then for that. All right, so that will net you 2 geniality.
And I think I get one from the card. I lost my card wherever it went from that I was holding on to.
Yeah, I was wondering where it went to.
But I think that gets me 2 around.
And why was that again? It was a lady?
Yeah, a lady giving me fashion tips and something. Wait,
yeah.
Gentlewoman, I think. There it is.
There you go. You can take that card. Come on.
Yeah. That should be it.
Okay. All right. So we got a stack of geniality and Hugin. Around 2 rounds. 2 rounds, 8.
Yeah, he's been very lucky with his rolls so far.
Yeah. Anything in between we want to do before we move to round 3? Not hearing anything. Round 3 starts with Rhodri.
All right then. With that, Sir Rhodri will probably draw another card because I literally don't think there's anything else I want him to do for this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Don't you want to go talk to Iago?
Iago's not here. Iago's still been captured by Wessex.
Oh, he's gone. He's vanished.
He was here. Just ran out.
Yeah, it was a doppelganger. So definitely a changeling.
Absolutely. All right. Help needed. A knight asks for your assistance. He urgently needs to leave and asks you to entertain a lady retainer. Roll 1d6 to determine the lady's relationship with the knight, his daughter, his wife, his sister. Start of each round, you can keep or discard it. If you keep it, you gain +2 geniality per round. If you discard it willingly, -2 geniality. You may discard this card without penalty if you draw a host card, as you have a reason to leave the lady. Cannot draw cards while you keep this one.
All these.
I don't think I've ever seen that card.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either. A lot of these cards have a ton of rules on them.
Yeah. Then there's lead the dance. A lady picked you to lead the next formal dance, and she chose you to join her. And then finally, emergency. The guest sitting next to you begins to choke on a piece of food. What should I do?
If a man is committed, if a man is committed to choke, you should let him.
Let him die.
Yeah, emergency and then fumble.
Yeah. You know what? Let's lead the dance.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that happened to Goratrix one time. I think he fumbled the emergency.
He did, yeah. Yeah, they killed him out.
No, I think it happened to Burning Pants. I think
Lady Ellen.
I think he saved Bellius all those years ago after Bellius's Burning Pants moment, if memory serves. In episode 1. I remember something about a choking knight. So
yeah.
All those years ago. Okay, this is Lady Ellen.
Oh, Lady Ellen. Surprising. All right, then. Rosie would accept because he is respectful. He also wants to make sure that he is not not doing a bad showing for his family and for his brother Florence. So he's going to roll love of family for this.
All right, let's see it.
Success, plus 10. So that's plus 14. That's a success.
Hey,
You dance well,
shockingly
plus 1
good at
geniality.
dancing, Rhodri.
He's not. He's just good at pushing himself when he needs to be.
When he's about to embarrass himself, he's like, I gotta get my shit together. It's been a rough night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in this dance, Ellen will talk to Rhodri a little bit, and she's like, make sure you pass on my congratulations to your brother for his recent promotion.
Of course. We're all quite proud of what he has managed to achieve.
One second. I have to check something from her. Actually, we'll just roll first. If it's bad enough, I know she'll fail. No, it's probably a success at that point. So she says, we heard that he was sighted in Wessex recently. Do you know anything about that?
I do not. I have not spoken to my brother recently, not since I returned. Not personally, at least.
Okay. You said you do not. So out of character, is that a truth? Or would he be fully aware and he's doing the intrigue deceitful thing?
I think he's lying.
Okay. Make a
Like,
contested intrigue test.
Rhodri has a deceitful of 18.
Yeah, I know.
So he,
Yeah,
he lies as naturally as he breathes.
Yeah. So give me an intrigue roll. You can use your. Actually, you can't use your geniality. You are impassioned for this round. Yeah.
All right. That's plus 10.
What are you impassioned with though? Love family. Yeah.
family.
Perfect. Like if you, so that'd be an example. Like if you rolled hospitality, like, well, you can't really.
Exactly,
Yeah, you can't really lie to
Oh,
the
fuck no.
host. Yeah. All right,
Oh
you
my
beat her.
god, I rolled a 4.
Well, it doesn't matter. You beat her. So yeah, everything works out great, and she nods. She's perhaps a tiny bit suspicious, but you seem to suggest otherwise well enough. All right, and that is.
Irony is because Rhodri is famously deceitful. It's hard to know if he's telling the truth on anything. It'd be something as inane as where his brother is, and he'd be like, I don't know. Question.
Right. Yeah, it's fair. Oh, that's coming through super loud.
Oh no, why can't I hear Liam?
What? What? Am I out again?
Hey, Liam.
You guys can
I'm
hear him?
here? Okay. It's my turn,
I
yes?
can't hear him or see him anymore.
Oh, no.
Really?
No!
Yeah, it's just not there anymore.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a real quick break and just kind of modify a couple things here real quick, and then we'll go from there. We're almost towards the end, anyway. So, all right.
Hi, mon capitan.
See y'all soon.
By default, Knights start at 21 with Kimmer culture, Christian religion, Salisbury homeland, and a random family characteristic. You can choose different options for all these. melancholy, creating a -5 penalty, or, in the case of madness, takes you right out of play. Famous passions are riskier, but
All right, and we're back and stuff. So welcome to, if you're just checking in, we're on round 3. We're going to quickly finish this off and we're going to close out for the night. We are on Virgil.
Virgil's turn to do Virgil things. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna throw a real curveball at you here, Bob. And I know it's been a long night for you, but we're gonna we're gonna see how this goes. Virgil would like to spend his action this round flirting with his wife.
That is a curveball. Curveball indeed.
I think
You're sickening me.
because he's a little smashed.
How dare you.
I think because he's a little smashed, he's gonna go over and try to be as charming as possible in that way where it's clear he doesn't totally know what he's doing, but like it's also coming from a very genuine place in him. You know what I mean? That's the play here.
All right. I am going to give you a -5 penalty.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The drunk compensates for that. I am also going to see if I ruin my life even further by testing love family as a passion. That's a success, baby.
That worked out.
Yes, it did, which means I am still going to be getting a +8 to this roll. And guess who bumped up Virgil's flirting? Look at that. I think that would have been a crit if I didn't give myself bonuses. No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
All right. I will say with a 5, it's like warmly received, like, but in like not in an obvious way.
It's still tense.
Like you got
it's still
through the
tense,
first
but
wall
maybe
of
Virgil
20.
gets a smile out of her.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you
Yeah.
gain ground, but she's not going to let you off the hook that easy. That's basically what the feeling is. But you've gained ground.
Did I ever feel like I belonged to anywhere. And there was one beautiful lady who's still in this court who did such a thing when no one else would. Isn't that interesting?
That's funny. Yeah, I think listen, I've seen this happen so many times when I was bouncing. It oddly is effective. So so we're gonna go ahead and give you the 2 geniality, because even though everyone else knows there's like a scandal around this, people love to see people making up, right? It's another one, it's dramatic, and 2, it shows some kind of weird forgiveness and harmony. So people are like, there's kind of like an awe in part of the room, and then of course the other part of the room's like, can you believe that the 2 of them are talking? You know,
He's been spending a lot of time with that architect lately. I don't know what's going on there.
All right, and so that's
He
2
named his
geniality.
horse after a Saxon. Yes, 2 geniality. He named his horse after a Saxon and said that he was going to ride him all the way into hell.
It's true.
What's going on there?
Yeah, some questionable vibes. We will go to Hugin.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I
Okay.
was muted. Question, Sir Every, Humble Creek, right? Is the house,
Yeah.
and so is Dame Rianne. Is that how you say the name?
Yep.
Would the 2 know each other due to him following Every around?
You would know her for sure. She doesn't like her uncle Everett that much. Why don't we give you like a courtesy roll just to see like what your past was with her? Like, was it so default's probably cold, but maybe you got in her good graces, or if you fumble, like she especially hates you or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it just straight courtesy with no
Yeah,
modifiers?
yeah, because it's like a background. This is just
yeah.
like, what was your past like?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so she doesn't. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like it's easy to be nice to the person who it's sort of like upstaging her uncle in a way to be nice to Squire and not nice, cold to him still.
Yeah. And when she was knighted, how long ago? How long has she been a knight? Is she a lot?
2 or 3 years. She's
Okay.
like 20, but she was knighted young. Who Battlefield knighted her again?
Is this another battlefield knighting?
Wasn't it?
It was one of the.
Jaren disapproves.
I don't remember. I don't think it was a battlefield knighting, but I do think it was an unorthodox one. I can't remember the specifics of it though. She was knighted young though, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive. You know who will have the answer? Thomas. She is in service to
Edrich.
Yeah, she's in service to Winterbourne Stoke. She just wanted to retain her Humble Creek heritage, so she still wears that coat of arms despite working for Winterbourne Stoke. Well, safe to say you don't really know. All you know is that she's here and she's clearly like dressed like a knight and not like a lady of the court.
Yeah, no, that's makes sense. Let me roll something. Let's see. We'll roll them against each other. All right. So I think Hugon has had a little bit to drink, and perhaps on the way to say hello to his lady aunt Sarah, he passes by Dame Rianne, and I think he is going to flirt.
Okay. Dame Rianne, you're gonna flirt with Dame Rianne. Yeah, that makes sense. No relation to you, right? I'm just doing the math, right? Yeah.
Shouldn't be.
Nope.
We're not playing that kind of game.
Yeah. Cousins, I don't know. It's a thing. So yeah, just go ahead and give me the roll.
All right, so I get my geniality of 8 and +5 because drunk.
Yes.
All right, +13. Success. Hugon pretty much says, or goes into detail about essentially making a joke about how he didn't he do so well up there, getting knighted and all, just perfect, just extremely perfect, better than anyone really, and well, in a joking way. He's not exactly a proud man. He's pretty humble.
This is being playful. Yeah, I think the flirting goes well, but I also don't know if she knows what to do with that. Like,
Right.
I don't think she's a type that would really understand what that means or and such. So she's probably like, there's some points where she blushes and then sort of like moves on past the conversation. But it's a net success in the long run. All right, so that is 2 more geniality for Hugon.
That's cute.
I think I get 2 for the card.
Yep. That's a lot of geniality. I'll let you count it.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go.
All right.
What have I done?
We're gonna go ahead and bring this to a close. Kind of right there. I'm not gonna do anything too dramatic. Just to note, though, there is a called muster. this year. The muster is sounds like this one in particular is just all of Salisbury's to be in Sarum. And there is rumor that Cerdic's army has been sighted near Duplain.
Interesting.
There's also news that Nanteleod's armies are marching this way.
In support or in aggression?
In support. This time you're aware it's in support. Or rather...
Oh, good.
Rather, give me an intrigue test with Virgil without the geniality and stuff.
Do I still get my bonus for listening to the count drone on?
Yes, we'll give you that. We'll honor that.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Okay. That's good enough. Salisbury has committed to an attack on Wessex. Nanteleod and the Winter Prince are marching this way.
Hey, yo. I can't remember if Virgil knows what that means.
Yeah, I don't think he's cared too much about the Winter Prince, but some new upstart claim potentially. I guess the thing for Virgil is, if that's true, he's technically the heir to be named King of Logres, which means you would have a king. Yeah. Virgil never cared much for the king and prince, if memory serves, having watched them when Madoc died or got injured, not died.
He didn't have strong opinions about whatever. The person on the throne changes all the time. You know, there's no one on the throne right now, but everybody's fighting over the throne anyway. Who cares? Even if he gets on the throne, we'll have a new king in 5 years anyway.
All right. With that, we're going to do just a quick closeout with everybody. We will go back to the camera scene, which will probably break something. Let's find out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do outros. We're going to start with you, Zach. Welcome back to the in-game Salisbury stuff again. It's good to see you.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. I'm super excited to kind of dig into a new character, new face, and see how Anarchy and the world that we're trying to achieve, perhaps one day under the proper king, what will make this character into through both of these ages. Maybe he's just the last part of this age, but yes, it's been a great time. I can't wait for the next one.
Awesome. And Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just checking out our handy dandy Discord. By the way, did you know we have a Discord? Come check us out. Lots of fun things on there, such as shit postings and memes, as well as notifications on whenever we go live, as well as new projects that we are in or working on. Speaking of which, I have my own stuff over at the Cat's Meow Show, where I'll be starting up a new series this week called The Courts of Mithras. So join us on Friday nights as we explore the city of London in the year 1235, I think, or 1236. One of the two. Come join us for the medieval vampire fun. That's me.
Liam.
Mithras, I don't think he exists. But I exist. I am Liam. I played Sir Virgil of Durnford, Baron of Devices, and the acting Marshal of Salisbury. I am so grateful to have Zach be a part of our group here. This group already contains several of my favorite role players, people to role play with, and Zach is very much a part of that group. I'm happy to have him here. I have something to plug as well. I have a podcast that I run with some of our friends from the show. It's called On with a Motley. We take a friend of ours who is passionate about something and have them explain that thing that they're passionate to dramatically or cinematically to someone who doesn't know anything about it. It's a great show. Our first episode is on Doctor Doom. Our second episode is on Greek sagas like the Iliad and the Odyssey, and our third episode just came out pretty recently, and it's a prelude to Knights of the Old Republic for the from Star Wars. So super cool time. Please come check it out. It's on with the Motley. It's available everywhere.
Awesome. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and move to the BRB screen. I'm Bob. We do Pendragon 3 times a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. If you liked what you saw here today, we're usually, when we're not fighting with our audio, we're a lot more dramatic. I encourage you to check us out on a lot of our other streams. And what else do I want to say? We have Legend of the Five Rings on a small mini series of 8 episodes, and we are moving towards episode 6. We just closed episode 5. That's on Saturdays with a whole bunch of streamers, including Mortal Rolls, The Cat's Meow, Mark, Rebecca and Yampa from our shows, and GM of Revan, and Cleansing Rain, and All Things Fantasy. You should definitely come check us out. And I'm going to Edmonton GameCon on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And that town's going to be wild because the Stanley Cup finals are also landing there that weekend, and that can never be determined ahead of time. So it's going to be bananas. I'm glad I got my hotel early. But if you happen to be around for that, a lot of Mortal Rolls will be there. GM of Revan, myself, Logomancy Media. Come say hi and check it out. I'm going to move to the BRB screen, and we're going to raid out shortly. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you soon.
Bye.